this may come as an odd question, but where are you at mentally in regards to the team, where the team is at? I'm sure there's a laundry list of wish items, including not being 0-2 on there, but where are you at mentally with this team?
I'm just that I have to get them better and get them more focused through the week, and knowing that there's things I can still do as a coach to help these young men out. I still believe in this group tremendously. I mean, we have a group of young men that are really good kids. They really work hard. They just need to figure a few things out, offensively, defensively, special teams wise, just to improve, our team and improve themselves. And I had them all take a hard look in the mirror, as well as myself. I looked in the mirror very hard about what I can do to help these kids out and make them better. Is it, do I need to be more stern and assertive with the things that we're doing? But with this group of kids, I don't think you really have to. I mean, I think they've kind of taken ownership in it. But mentally, I'm doing okay. This is part of coaching, right? You have ups and you have downs, and we got so used to the 8-4, then all of a sudden we're 11-0 in regular season, and 9-2 with back-to-back conference championships, and you get kind of used to those things. But there's always those times where probably as a coach you're going to have some setbacks here and there, and 2021 was a setback. Hopefully 2022 isn't. It's hard. You play Northwest week 1, and then you got Mo West, who's a very good football team, week 2, and you really never get a chance to just kind of see what your kids have. I mean, they're thrown into the fire pretty quick. And just looking at this group, I know we're a young group that, some guys have a lot of experience, but a lot of these guys don't have much experience. And it's going to be some growing pains with them to try to figure these things out. But, I'm still on board with them. I still love them to death. I'm still going to give everything I got to these young men. I know they're going to do the same exact thing for this team and for each other and for us coaches. And but we're just going to plug forward and keep moving forward. We can't worry about what happened in the last 2 weeks. We're just going to worry about the mistakes that we made, but correct those and move forward. If you dwell on the past, great things don't happen. We got to look at things going forward and improve going forward, and hopefully, churn out some wins here, these next 9 weeks.
You mentioned the youth. Is that maybe some of the reason for some of the defensive breakdown with the youth on that side of football?
I think just on both sides, when you look at certain positions and where the youth is at, and it's just them getting that experience. I mean, yeah, there's your first college football game. There's going to be some anxiety. There's going to be some panic, and those are things that we can't have and we can't allow. As a player, that I keep trying to tell them week in and week out, hey, it's one play at a time. You made a play, bad or good, move on to the next. And as an 18-year-old to 23, some of these guys are probably 24 now. Old man, it's hard to let that go sometimes because you want to try to be perfect and you want to try to be great. But probably the only thing I'm most disappointed in is our physicality as a team. That's probably the main thing. But I do expect those kids now, after this is going into our 3rd week, to mature now and to grow and understand the game and not be so nervous and not panic so quick. And now I need to see them start playing the physical type of ball that we're used to, here at Fort Hays State University. But I mean, youth is youth, experience is experience, and the more you got, the better you are. And as these games go on, the more experience they get. And we got a lot of young kids that are playing right now, so that's a great sign for our future because they're a very talented group. It's just them growing and maturing at their position and in the weight room and increasing their speed, and making themselves a better football player.
Do you know yet who will start quarterback this week?
More than likely it'll be Jack again. Just kind of see how Chance progresses, through this week as well. But it'll be Jack as of now. Safety is our number one concern with players at all times, whether it's concussions, whether it's leg injuries, shoulder injuries, whatever it might be. There's still a lot of season left, and we never want to put a kid in a predicament where he could injure himself worse. And so right now with Chance, we're just going to make sure that we're taking care of him. That way he can finish out his senior career and hopefully finish it out, on top and being one of the best quarterbacks in this conference and at Fort Hays State University.
With Jack going again, maybe how limited was the playbook, or was it at all last week, and you opened that up more? Is he able to do more with him now the second start?
Jack's a smart kid, so we're just going to leave the playbook the way it is. And maybe we dummy it down a little bit for other guys on our team, not just our quarterback. And because when you looked out there, and you saw there was a lot of young players playing for us, at certain positions, and kids that haven't played a lot of football for us as well. And sometimes when you throw too much at them, their brains just start spinning, and they lose control, and they don't know what they're doing offensively or defensively. So as coaches, sometimes you look at the big picture and figure out what these kids can do, and just get them good at a few things. So it really wasn't our quarterback. While we don't think that, we actually added a few more things because we had Jack at quarterback with a couple of gun run things that we didn't really use. Maybe just one time in the game with him. But all in all, with him, he can make the throws, he can make the reads, he can do everything that you want him to do, and so we're not going to hold anything back because of him. It's probably more because of the kids that we got on the field now and them trying to pick up what we're trying to do offensively and on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Is this the right team to play at the right time? Lincoln's a program that has struggled. There's a high probability of success, or should it be a team that would be a potential bigger battle just because of what it would require to get ready for this week to see where your team's at?
To me, watching Lincoln on film, they're not a bad football team at all. Their O-line and D-lines have improved tremendously. I think their quarterback play has improved tremendously. I think their running backs run the ball very hard. Their secondary is very solid. You watch the game against Northwest, they had some really big plays against Northwest. They had Northwest turn the ball over 3 or 4 times in the red zone. So really this team of Lincoln, it's a good football team. And so I know we're going to be prepared, and we're going to have to be ready to play a good football team as well. I don't see the same Lincoln in the past as what we used to. But to answer your question, I really don't know. I think it's just a game right now where we just need to focus on ourselves and what we need to do to get better. Our saying for the entire year has been champions. And so yesterday and the day before, I made them actually get into the dictionary and figure out what each one of those things meant. So like our C means committed. All right, so go in the dictionary and see what committed means. H is hard work. What does hard work mean in the dictionary? A is accountability. Okay, what's accountability mean? M is mentality, P is physical, and then we can go on down the list. But I wanted to take a hard look at that and what we build our culture, upon, and seeing if they're really living up to those expectations and living up to our culture. So we'll see. Hopefully they did that. Well, they're going to do it because I made each one of them write it down and put their name on it, so I know exactly who did and who didn't do it. And hopefully they helped them take a look at themselves to see where they're at in this program and what they can do better. So, but no, I think this is just the right time to play Lincoln. They're a good football team. They're 0-2. We're 0-2, and I think it's going to be a good battle.
Now that you've seen the film of last week's game, how would you assess Jack's performance?
I thought he did very well. Maybe 1 or 2 throws he could have thrown better. The interception, we'll take ownership on that as a staff because it was only one guy to throw to in that play just because of what we saw on film. Our receiver probably could have blocked a little bit longer to hold that block and show that we're trying to run the ball or set up a screen as well, and then let the defender throw you. We didn't do that, and it put our quarterback in a bad situation. So when he did throw the ball, now our receiver needs to become the defender, and knock that ball down so that doesn't happen to us. At least give us a chance to put some points on the board right before half. But overall performance, I grade him very high. I thought he was pretty poised. I thought he was pretty calm in the pocket. I know he threw some good balls, and he was able to get himself out of some trouble as well. So the future is bright at that position, for us, here in the future, and just with his play and some of the younger guys play below him as well.
Jack mentioned that one of the reasons that he ended up here was because of an in-home visit from you and another coach. How important when you're recruiting is that personal connection?
It's just getting them to, that lets them know that you really truly believe in them, and that's the guy you want, in your court, and that they're important to you, and meeting the parents and asking the question, answering the questions that the parents have, even asking the young man and his family questions as well as what do you want out of this program, for your son, and. But any home visit you do, it's because it's important. You want to get those kids here, and they can help your program. But mean, anytime we can do it, we're going to do it. You know, sometimes I'm not able to do it because I'm at one home visit, so our coaches, our assistant coaches will do those things as well. But if I can make it, I'm going to be there. But it just shows the importance of, you know, how important they are to us, and hopefully they reflect on that and see that, and you know, we can make them Tigers off of that.